recorded.
Thank you. All right, so today is the start of our first workshop series called Do As I Say, Not As I Do. And these will be centered around cybersecurity and internet safety concepts. So today is just the prologue. So it's like the introduction. So it's going to be really brief and just an overview of what these workshops will have. And then we also have like a little concept at the end.
Yeah, basically just what Winnie said. The whole theme of it is that it's like a play. So all of the workshops we have afterwards will be like the acts and stuff. And we'll cover different concepts. And we'll even have like demonstrations, not today, but maybe in the future. And also we have a critique review at the bottom that will give you like an overview of what the idea of what we learned today. So you can look at that as well. And look at Chester.
Yes, Chester, very cute.
Beautiful.
Okay. So these aren't the only things that we'll be talking about, but these are concepts that you should know for now. So cybersecurity, you guys probably already know, but in simple terms, it's a field dedicated to protecting others from attacks that happen online or to your computer systems. And then for hacking, when you hear this word, you may imagine like a person typing really fast and their computer screen is all full of green text and random pop-ups. I've heard that sometimes it does look like that, but most of the time it doesn't. So what we see in movies are not accurate representations. And then another thing is that hacking is typically associated with the word bad or illegal, and hacking itself is illegal, especially if you're doing it for malicious purposes. But there are like legal hacks, which we will discuss in the next couple slides. And then for live hacking demonstrations, we're gonna call these hamster hacks because Chester. And then when we say hacking demonstrations, we're not gonna be as intense or in depth as you may see in some videos online or in real life at legit companies, but we will do these every now and then so you guys can see the extent of what you do online and how that may affect you. And more often than not, we'll relate these hamster hacks will relate to the concepts we'll be talking about in that workshop. So for demonstrations themselves, a lot of companies would sometimes have their techie people or bring in some tech people to show some situational exploits. So like, for example, why you shouldn't stay signed in to the company computer. And it's things like that scare you into being more secure about what or yeah about what you do with your account or with your computer and etc.
All right, so today we'll be learning about a different kind of rainbow. And this rainbow only has 3 colors. Those are the 3 colors we'll be going over today, which is black, gray, and white. And in this prologue, we're gonna explain like different colored hats, and then we'll have like an interactive situational thing for you guys to participate in. All right, so the first thing is the black hat hackers, which are like basically the bad guys. And these guys are really good at getting past security protocols, usually use malware and stuff, and definitely very illegal because they'll break into stuff and basically do it for their own personal gain, or like most of the time they'll steal data or destroy it. So definitely bad. And then we have white hat hackers, which are basically the good guys because they'll hack for like good. They're also called ethical hackers. And usually they're paid or like they have a contract with companies to basically find security holes in the company. And the difference between them and black hat hackers is usually they're paid or they have the permission to like hack into systems. And then lastly, we have gray hat hackers, and they're basically a little bit of both because they don't do it with malicious intent. And most of the time they're just like hacking for like for fun or something, and then they'll find like a security issue and then they'll usually report it or then even like request a fee to fix it. So they don't necessarily do it to do anything bad to people, but technically they still do it without the person's permission. So that's gray hat hackers. So these are pretty like simple explanations of the different hackers, quote unquote. And so using these 3 colors in the next The next slide, or not the next slide, the slide after that, we'll have a little like example for you guys to figure out which of the Chesters and which hackers they are.
So what the goal of these workshops is to focus on why cybersecurity is such an important field and why you should worry about what you do and what you don't do when you're surfing the web, reading whatever you do when you're online. So today we went over the colors of hats. So you may be thinking, why the heck did we learn that? Or what's so important about knowing the different kinds of hackers? And this is important because it helps you address where to take the issue. So think of knowing these colors as knowing the setting and scene for play. For example, since you know black hats have malicious intent, you can look at what makes them stir at night. Like, what is their reason for doing what they do? Like, is it monetary? Is it personal gain? Or is it to feel good about bringing others down? Hat colors may not be important in the long run, but we wanted you guys to get like one aspect down, and that is that there are many meanings to hacking. And this way, we approach these situations as white hats, but since white hats are like typically associated with a lot of expertise, experience, and they're legal hackers, we are going to add our own color hat in here. And then for the sake of sticking with our trademark, our hat color is going to be rainbow. But before you guys can officially get your rainbow hats, you need to be able to do the following guess the hat activity. So basically, which hat belongs to which monologue? And here are the situations.
All right, we'll start with the one on the top left. This one should be pretty easy. Basically, Chester wants to change his enemy's Facebook passcode, so he's hacking into Facebook to find their personal data. What type of hacker do you guys think Chester is in this situation? You can type it in the chat or unmute yourself. It should be pretty simple. There's only 3 guys. Wow, okay, good job. Was this James, Michelle? Yes, indeed, this is a black hat hacker situation because he's doing it. Blue. Michelle. No, this is black. But yeah, because he's doing it to do something bad, because he's basically wanting to change the person's passcode. Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah. Okay, so for the next situation, Chester basically in his free time decided to hack into the Pentagon and found a security hole in their system. Thankfully, he reported his findings, but because he found this hole, he said he wanted a job at the Pentagon. What's a light black hat, yo? Dark white? Oh my god, Michelle, this can't be real. Yes, this is a gray hat situation. Oh, what does that mean? Okay, all right. So for the third situation, Chester is getting paid to hack into the school system to test it for vulnerabilities. Wow, that was pretty fast, Michelle. Yes, this is a white hat. Okay, last but not least, Chester was asked to hack into Tiffany's laptop and test her security systems. Which one is this? Yo, okay, let's go, Michelle. And yeah, so these are just some basic situations of different types of hackers, and you can, since you guys are pretty good at identifying them, I guess you learned something. Good job, guys. What is 255, Andy?
So this is the end of the workshop. It's the end of the prologue. So tune in next time for act number 1, which is called Chester's Squeaks. Yeah, that's
Very
this.
simple, very nice.
All right.